folks, it's your girl Mia here, and today we're going to be reviewing some exotic fruits. Now, I think I've done a video exactly like this before, so I guess this will be a part 2 to that. But the reason I'm doing it is because I was actually sent a complimentary box by a company called Mamey Fruit. For those of you who are unaware and have not been following my TikTok journey on this channel, my TikTok kind of randomly popped off because I started reviewing strange foods, mainly fruits. Unfortunately, the grocery stores near me are extremely boring, so I quickly started to run out of strange foods and specifically fruits to review. So I actually reached out to the company Mamey Fruit because I saw that they specialized in selling exotic fruit, and I said, hey, what if you guys sent me a box of your
luxurious exotic fruit
so that I could review it on my channel and my TikTok page? And to my delight, what do you know, they actually came through. So I'm gonna be opening it for you guys, trying it, and giving you my thoughts. Let's hop to it. So I'm basically going to be tearing right into this. Here we have it, the official unboxing. So this is really cute, actually. This company is sustainable and they have a lot of beautiful posts on their social media pages, so that's awesome. Now let's go ahead and tear into this and see what kind of fruit we have. Oh my gosh, this is actually amazing. I'm definitely gonna have to read the manual to figure out what all this fruit is, but yeah, so far I'm really impressed. I got to the bottom layer of the fruit and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I literally can't wait to try these. Okay, so I've gone ahead and laid out all the fruit on my table. This top half is stuff that I do know, but this bottom row is stuff that I have to identify. Actually, no, wait, I know that's a banana, but I'm not sure about these things and these two. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting experiment. Okay guys, so I've officially unboxed all of the fruit, and now I'm gonna be showing all the different types of fruit because I'm pretty sure I successfully identified all of them now. And yeah, then I will progressively be trying them between today and tomorrow. First on the taste test list, we have the kumquat. Kumquats are really interesting because you can actually eat them whole like a grape. They kind of look like mini oranges, and they kind of taste like it too, because I've had these before. The only thing is people usually tend to cut them to remove the seeds. So right here I have a sliced kumquat, which I'm gonna be trying now. Wow guys, that was literally delicious. So basically what it tastes like is a really sour orange on the inside, but a sweet candied orange peel on the outside. It's a really interesting flavor combination, and that's why you're supposed to eat it whole. Do not peel these guys because they taste a lot better with the peel. Next, I'm going to be trying this white dragon fruit. So I've already tried one of these in my last video, but I'm still gonna do a quick taste test of this one because it came directly from a tropical climate and I wanna see if there's any difference. So let's go ahead and dip into this. Got a little spoonful right here, and now we'll eat it. As I expected, this dragon fruit has a distinctly more neutral flavor compared to the yellow variety with the white inside. Overall, I'd say this fruit has the texture of a kiwi, only a bit more seedy, and also it has no sourness or tartness to it whatsoever. And in terms of there being any differences between this and the store-bought kind, I'd say this one might be a little bit more flavorful, but they're not too different. Now I'm gonna try this yellow kind with the white inside. I don't think I tried this in my other video, but I've tried one of these on TikTok, and what I expect from this is that it'll be similar to the red variety with the white inside, only a bit sweeter. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Just scoop it out like so. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. This one is considerably sweeter and juicier than the red kind with the white inside, and this particular yellow dragon fruit is actually even sweeter and juicier than the one I tried on my TikTok that I bought from the store. Something about having this yellow one come directly from the tropical climate must have just really worked out because this is the sweetest, juiciest dragon fruit that I've had so far. Unfortunately, neither of them turned out to have the red flesh, which is a variety that I haven't tried yet, but that's okay because I still enjoy eating these. They are delicious. Okay, so it's getting pretty dark out, but I still have 3 more fruits to try, so I'm gonna be tasting those and then saving the rest for tomorrow. First up is this rambutan. And a lot of people on TikTok were roasting me about this because I used a knife to cut it, and apparently you're supposed to just peel it back with your fingers. Either way, this time I peeled it with my fingers and it turned out pretty well. Since this has a pit in it, I'm not going to be eating it all in one bite. I'm kind of going to bite around the pit. This is so good. The best way for me to describe it is having the consistency of a grape. But I only say that because the flesh is clear, crispy, and juicy. It actually just tastes entirely sweet. There's no tartness to it whatsoever, and it's almost honey-like. But it's a truly unique and delicious flavor, and hopefully I've done it more justice by consuming it the proper way. Next, we have guava. You can pretty much cut it and eat it however you want to. Today, I'm going to eat it with the skin because I don't really think there's going to be much of a difference. Let's give it a taste. The texture is pretty much exactly like a pear. However, the taste is completely different. Overall, it has a very tart taste to it. It's a little bit sweet, but I would say more on the tart side. And there's almost a bit of an earthy essence to it as well. So think pear, except sour. That's pretty much the best description I can give it. So the last fruit for today is this passion fruit. Basically, you just cut it in half and scoop out the seeds with a spoon. Let's give this a try. The texture of this fruit really can't be compared to anything. I guess it's kind of like a pomegranate, except a lot easier to scoop out and eat. Flavor-wise, it almost tastes like a grapefruit because it's super sour and super tangy with a tinge of sweetness. But overall, the flavor is super, super strong and powerful. Personally, I think it's pretty good. I have to give it at least an 8.5 out of 10. Now, I'm gonna be coming back at y'all tomorrow with the rest of the fruits.
Day 2.
Alrighty folks, so it is now officially day 2 of the grapefruit taste testing. The first one I'm gonna be trying for you all is the tropical mango. Now, I'm not sure if there are any particular differences between the mango they sent me and the ones that you can get in stores, but from what I'm imagining, this one is going to taste a lot more flavorful, probably because it's a higher quality variety. So I've gone ahead and cut up the mango into chunks, and here's the little chunk that I'm going to be trying. Let's take a taste. Wow. As a true mango enthusiast, I have to say that is easily one of the best mangoes that I've ever eaten in my entire life. It's honestly like a normal mango, but like 1,000 times juicier and sweeter, and it literally melts in your mouth. I would highly, highly recommend that you guys try it if you can. Now, the next fruit I'm going to be trying is this key lime. From what I can tell, key limes are pretty much just like regular limes, except they're a lot smaller and more flavorful, and I'm pretty sure they come from Florida. So yeah, I am super excited to try this because I don't think I've ever tried a raw key lime before. So to try this, I'm not going to be like fully eating it, but I'm kind of just going to bite down on it and like squeeze out the juice, I guess, because yeah, that's the best I can do. Anyways, bon appetit. Wow, that's really sour. Now see, I love sour things, but this little dude is intense. My goodness, folks. These key limes blow regular limes completely out of the water. This little guy is so incredibly juicy. My mouth is literally still watering. It's definitely more sour, but it also just has a really good depth of flavor. Compared to normal limes, this is easily a 9 out of 10. So for the next fruit, we have this tropical banana. Now the reason I'm calling it a tropical banana is because supposedly store-bought bananas are genetically modified, so this is like an authentic banana. The inside of this banana actually has a little bit of an orange tinge to it, which is really unique and different from normal bananas, so I'm really excited to try this. Anyways, let's give it a taste. So for this, I'd say that the taste does pretty closely resemble that of a normal banana, but there is a distinct difference. This banana is a bit more firm, I guess you could say. It's not as mushy, and it's definitely not as grainy. It's a tiny bit more on the slimy side, and it's not quite as sweet, but yeah, it's more flavorful. At least that's my personal take, but overall it was still delicious, and I just love seeing the differences between the two. So next on the review list is the sapodilla. To eat this fruit, all you have to do is cut it in half and spoon it out, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm really intrigued to see what this tastes like because I've never tasted anything like this before. I didn't even know it existed until I got this box. Here's a little spoonful. Now let's take a taste. Wow. So I have to say, folks, the flavor of this fruit is truly unique. I guess you could say the taste is sort of like a sweet potato with brown sugar. There's no tanginess to it at all. It's just a very earthy, sugary kind of taste, but in the best way possible. It's also super juicy and has a super soft texture. But yeah, that was delicious. I have a huge sweet tooth, so I'd rate that a 9.5 out of 10. So next on the list, we have this tamarillo. This is another fruit that's completely new to me. I never heard of it until I got this box, so I'm very intrigued. Similarly to the sapodilla, all I have to do is cut it in half and spoon it out. So that's what we're going to be doing now. And here we go. Nice loaded spoonful. Okay, so this fruit is basically a tomato. I mean, I think if I were blindfolded and given a bite of this fruit and then a bite of a tomato, I could barely tell a difference. The only real difference I can think of is that it might be a bit firmer than a tomato, but yeah, it does have that kind of tangy and savory essence to it. It's not super sweet at all, but it's really delicious, especially if you're a tomato fan like myself. So the last fruit that we have on the agenda for today is this raw cacao, which is actually really scary. I mean, look at this. It's so like fleshy. It's honestly hard to believe that you can make chocolate out of this. I don't know if I have the capability of doing that, but comment below if you guys think I should try it. So that would be an interesting disaster. Anyway, I'm just gonna be plucking one of these seeds out and eating them raw for you guys. Here's a little bit about the anatomy before I go ahead and eat it. The innermost layer of this seed is the cacao nib, and then there's a very thin shell layer, and then there's this membrane. This is like the fruity, tangy, fleshy part. So in order to make chocolate, you basically ferment these seeds so that the fleshy layer deteriorates, and then you're just left with the hard shell. Then you deshell it to expose the raw cacao nibs. And once you're left with the cacao nibs, you grind up the cacao nibs along with sugar, and then you have your chocolate paste, but then you have to temper the chocolate so that it sets hard and shiny. So yeah, it's a very complicated process, but basically what you need to know is you can eat this seed whole and raw. So without further ado, I'm gonna be trying it now. Bon appetit! Wow, that is very interesting. There's a lot going on with this. So the slimy outermost layer is just in general very soft and squishy and slimy and chewy, and flavor wise it's very sour. It's not really sweet at all, but it still tastes good. It's just a really interesting flavor. It doesn't taste chocolatey at all. But then once you bite into it and get to the seed slash cacao nib part of it, the flavor completely transforms. It's actually really crunchy and kind of tastes chocolatey, honestly. It tastes like extremely bitter, sugar-free, plain dark chocolate. So it's just a really interesting flavor combination because it's this very fruity essence mixed with this crunchy chocolatey flavor. So I kind of like it. But don't go thinking this tastes exactly like real chocolate because it definitely doesn't. This is completely without sugar anything. But yeah, not bad. Anyway, the last fruit that I have to review for you guys is actually not yet ripe. So I'm actually going to put my review at the end of this video because yeah, I just don't really have it in me to get all set up for a third day in a row. So without further ado, let's cut to the Mamey review. Here's half of our Mamey fruit. Now to eat it, apparently all you need to do is spoon it out, but you can also cut it into chunks. Personally, I'm going to be spooning it to try it, like so. All right, let's give it a try. Wow guys, I think this fruit might officially be one of my favorites that I've tried so far. It is literally sensational. It's super sweet. The taste strongly resembles that of a sweet potato, except it's even sweeter. And the texture is a lot softer and less grainy. It's not particularly juicy or anything. If we were to compare this to a fruit, I guess you could say it's similar to a persimmon in terms of texture and sweetness. So yeah, some kind of hybrid between a persimmon and a sweet potato. I would easily rate this a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 9.5 out of 10. It's amazing. So anyways folks, with that, I really hope that you all enjoyed this exotic fruit review video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Tell me if you think I should review more exotic fruit, and if so, what fruits should I review? Because I am kind of running out, but if you guys have suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them. Anyways, folks, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!